Hi, this is Lisa, the original Designing Diva. Um, I guess this is one of those best laid plans type of things. What I was going to show you today is how to clean your leather faux dories. And what I normally use to clean, this is actually for leather interiors on cars, but it works really well. It's turtle wax, and it's Lux leather cleaning and conditioning lotion. And it does clean very well, and it leaves your leather nice and conditioned. I do have a balm that I also use on my leathers that I can't find at the moment, but this stuff works really well. However, this this piece of leather it wasn't just dirty, it's stained. I don't know if you can see. There's actual, it looks like ink, but it's not ink, but there's actual staining on the leather. And I'm not sure if it's because it was next to something that rubbed off on it. When you store your leathers, be very careful. I usually store them so that they're not gonna lose their shape. Store them flat. That's the best way. And I usually put like white, make sure it's white tissue paper or paper towels in between. Don't put anything colored because you don't know how color fast it may or may not be. And if you're going to be storing something for a long time, if it's not color fast, it's going to rub off on your leather. So that's how, if you're not using a faux dory, it's not like a ring binder that has a shape and you can stand it up. It's, they're flexible. So I recommend you store them flat. Okay, with something, if you're storing more than one, with something in between them. And don't store them in plastic. Plastic is bad for leather. The leather can't breathe. So anyway, to get back to my point, I the turtle wax didn't take the staining out. So I found this kit on Amazon. It's Furniture Clinic, and it comes with the leather cleaner and a protection cream. And it says, Leather Ultra Clean for leather cleaner with stubborn dirt, grease, and grime, guaranteed to work when others fail. Great for cars, too. And for heavily soiled and dirty leathers, a safe-to-use cleaner to remove stubborn dirt and grime. The only caution is do not use on suede or nubuck, which this is neither. And the instructions are always pre-test, which I didn't, my own fault. If it wasn't damaged, I probably would have, but I didn't pre-test. That's my own fault. It says shake bottle well and spray onto a sponge or cloth. Work the cleaner into the leather in cleaning in a circular motion. As the cleaner lifts the dirt from the leather, it will be absorbed by the foam created. After cleaning, wipe away any residue and apply leather protection cream. And it comes with a cleaning cloth. Now, I sprayed it on the cleaning cloth. I rubbed it on the leather. I didn't see any foam. And as you can see from the cloth, all it removed was the color from the leather. And there you can see it dulled the leather, it removed the color, but the stain is still there. So I don't remember how much this cost, but and it doesn't say it's just for white. It shows a white sofa on the front. I don't know. Maybe it's my own fault. But if it's for car, I don't know. I do have a white recliner that needs some repair, so I can use it on that. All it's going to do is make it more white, so I can use it on that. But don't buy that to use on your leathers if they have any color in them, because it will damage it, as you can see. So what I'm going to show you today is instead how to change the elastic in your Midori or your faux dory. I use 2mm elastics, You can get them anywhere. You can get them from Joann's. You can get them from Michael's. You can get individual ones. You can get a package of different colored ones. It's whatever you prefer. But that's what I use. It's a perfect size because it's sturdy enough to support your books, but it's not huge enough that it bulks up your book too much. And the ends always come frayed, so I cut off the frayed part of the end. And this book is for 3. It will have 3 cords in it. I don't always do it this way. This one I did. Midori's, regular Midori's don't come this way. They just come with for the one band. So if you're doing it this way with the 3 bands, you're going to start by putting your cord, folding your cord in half. That's what I'm trying to say. And if you want to add a charm to the front of your book, you have to do it now, because once you put this in and tie it off, you won't be able to. So what you're going to do is put your charm on, whatever it is, and then you're going to feed both ends of the cord into the center hole from the front of the book to the inside of the book. Okay, and you're going to pull it through. And you want to test your book. Now, if you have inserts in your book, I recommend testing it with the inserts in the book, so you know you have enough elastic that your inserts are going to fit. They're not going to, they're not going to ruin your book. Okay, so that should be about right. And you're going to tie them off inside the book. Tie off the inside of the book first. I'm not going to tie this really tight because I'm not going to use this book for anything other than, I don't know. And then you're going to tie off this end and do this end as close to the hole as you can. Okay. So now your leather's not going to, when you put your inserts in, it's not going to pull this way, and it's not going to pull this way. Okay. And when you close your book with your elastic, there's your charm. And then what you're going to do is take your one end, the top end, you're going to have a top end and a bottom end when you tie it in a knot. You're going to take your top end, sorry. Okay. And you're going to feed it through the second hole. This hole really isn't. You feed it from the inside out to the next hole, and then you're going to feed it back in the top hole. So you've got this end here. And you're going to do the same thing on the bottom. You're going to feed it out through the second hole and back in through the top, or the bottom. That would be your bottom. And then you're going to take your 2 ends and you're going to tie them in a knot. And you're going to do it tight. I'm not going to do it tight because I want to reuse these. But you're going to pull it so that it's taut. You may just a little bit of tension on your book, if you can see that. There's just a little bit of tension in the book. and you're going to tie it in a knot. Okay, so that's your first string. It would be like that. Okay, and then you would cut off your ends. Whatever excess you have, you would cut off. So all you have is your string like that. Okay. Now for the other two holes, and this one's going to be way too long, but like I said, I don't want to cut these because I want to use them. And cut off your fray part. And if you were doing this for real, you would use, well, you could use two different colors if you want, but normally you would use the same color. And you're going to feed one end into one side of the side holes, and the other end into the other side, and pull it tight. Okay. And you're going to do the same thing on the bottom. You're going to feed one end on one side, and the other end on the other side. So now you've got two ends here. You've got a left and a right, and you've got two ends that are way too long, but you've got two ends here, a left and a right. And what you're going to do is take the two ends on the same side and tie them into a knot again. And you're going to do it the same thing. You're going to have just a little bit of tension on your book. You don't want a lot of tension. You don't want to, so it's puckered. You just want a little bit of tension so it's sturdy, it's tight enough to hold your books in place or your inserts in place. And then you take the other side and tie the two ends together again in a knot. And you're going to make sure this knot is good and tight. If you want, you can knot it twice. So you've got one strand here, one strand here, and one strand here. That's your 3 strands for your book. Okay, pretty simple. You can, I mean, if your elastics are worn out or your elastics are dirty, say you have a light colored elastic and it's dirty, you can change it. If you want to change out the look of your book, the elastics are a good way to do that. You can put a different color elastic and it will totally change the look of your book. So that's how you can change the elastics. If you want to change your charm, if you want to put a different charm on, you can do that too by changing your elastics. I would recommend if you clean your book, removing the elastics because you can just work around your leather a lot easier with the elastics not in there. And you don't want to get, if your elastics are in good shape, you don't want to get stained, you don't want to stain them or get something on them. So I would recommend when you clean your book to remove the elastics. So I guess that's it. I will, I also wrote on the inside of this. So this was it was a pretty useless piece of leather to begin with. It's too bad because it was pretty. It's a blue pearlized and it's got, I don't know what this print would be. It's some kind of an animal print, I guess. It would have been pretty, and I could have covered the inside if I wanted to use it. But now I can't. It's really damaged. I will take a before. I did take a before picture. I will take an after picture and insert them so you can see what happened with it. And I will try and find one of my other faux Doris, and I will do the cleaning with the turtle wax. So I guess that's it. I thank you for watching. This is Lisa, the original Designing Diva, and I'm saying bye for now. And I've got my elastics all wrapped around my mouse. So now I will say bye for now.